AVC Fantasy Focus. My name is AVC. I'm joined today by Max Opponents and Teddy Ryder. Say hello, boys. And as we give a special welcome back to Max Opponents, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, the leash has gained some extra, stuff today, so he's here. So welcome back.
All right.
It's bad I just got that joke, Ted.
Yeah.
All right. So we're just going to jump right into our lineups this week to give you guys the aid for your fantasy matchups. We're all going to do a lineup this week. First time ever.
All right.
And we're going to start...
I will start it off.
Very well. Please.
Quarterback. We're going Josh McCown. The New York Jets. Against the Atlanta Falcons team that made it to the Super Bowl last year. Although, you probably couldn't tell that by the way they've been playing this year.
Teddy, that's a great game.
I know it is. Thank you. So, Atlanta really struggled last week. I mean, they did play Patriots, but what is their record now?
3-3.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they had a losing record.
No, they're 3-3.
They're 3-3.
Yeah.
They're 3-3.
That's why it's not panic time yet.
Well, the Jets, Josh McCown has actually been playing very well. So I expect him to have a big game, including against the Atlanta Falcons defense, who just...
It's not very enough. All right. We're going to go my side now. We're going to go quarterback Phillip Rivers of the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the New England Patriots. Except for the Falcons, the Patriots defense has given up over 300 yards to every quarterback they faced. Now without their best defensive player in Dante Hightower, as we saw when he was absent for the first 3-4 weeks of the season, without him the Patriots defense is Swiss cheese, and the Chargers have just turned it up on offense. Expect a big game from Rivers.
Quarterback, not going to use this. Andy Dalton of the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's a good decision.
It's a great decision. I'll tell you why. He's playing the Indianapolis Colts, who have a nursing home of a secondary, especially without Vontae Davis. And A.J. Green is second in the league in yards right now. So with him finally healthy for over half the season, he can put up big points.
That is a very good explanation right there. The first one of the year from this loser.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll go ground game now. We'll go reverse now. We'll start back with you, Max.
Running back. I'm going Chris Thompson of the Redskins.
Very good. He's very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Playing the
Very good.
Cowboys have not had a great defense all year. Kirk Cousins has found him, thrown a check down pass multiple times to get into the end zone. He played well against Philly, which is another divisional game, and there's no reason that he will not find the end zone for 6 points.
That is a great decision.
All right, running back, I'm going Joe Mixon of the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Indianapolis Colts. As Max explained before, the Indianapolis Colts have a nursing home of a defense.
He actually said nursing home was secondary. That is a false statement.
Anyway, pitiful Colts defense. The Bengals' best part of their offense is their run game, and Joe Mixon is taking away carries from Hill, and he definitely seems to be the primary back, so he'll probably get about 80 yards, maybe a touch.
All right, I'm going Mark Ingram, New Orleans Saints. Saints, first in the division. NFC South.
True.
Although the Bears defense had a great week last week against Carolina. Mark Ingram has just been acting like Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram!
Acting more like Alabama Mark Ingram.
He's averaged over 15 points a game for the past few weeks.
Yeah.
Ooh. And honestly, this Saints offense is really rolling right now, so I expect a big week from anyone on the Saints team.
All right, we'll go back to the air attack. Teddy, how about your wide receiver?
We're going Nelson Aguilar of the Philadelphia Eagles. They're going up against the 49ers. Carson Wentz, amazing year. Nelson Aguilar gets at least one long bomb touchdown a game, so he's a good pickup.
All right. Wide receiver, I'm going the Shawn Jackson of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Carolina is playing better this year, but their secondary is still not very good. And D-Jax is always the type of guy who can blow the top off a secondary, especially ones like these. And with Jameis Winston back, he'll probably get a long bomb touchdown, get you some fantasy points.
That is a terrible explanation.
Alright.
You get a long bomb. Get some extra fantasy
Hey,
points.
Ted.
Sorry.
I have a receiver to talk about.
Do
And his
does
name
it look
is
like
Juju
I honestly care?
His name is Juju Schuster, so you should care.
Actually, his name is
Juju Smith-Schuster.
He found his bike.
He found his bike, so I'm sure he's pretty energetic, excited. Now, they're playing the Lions. They will probably have Darius Slay on Antonio Brown the entire game. And the Lions don't really have any other good cover corners that could lock up the Steelers receivers, and Martavis Bryant isn't playing. So when Le'Veon Bell isn't getting the ball and Antonio Brown's not getting the ball, I expect Big Ben to look for Juju a lot.
All right. Big pass catchers, tight ends.
Tight ends. This pains me to say because he's a Bear, but I'm going Zach Miller. Like Teddy mentioned, the Saints have been on a roll. Their defense has been playing pretty well. So I expect Mitch Trubisky to look for his big guy to just throw it up to, as we saw in his first start, or when they put him in against the Vikings. He was kind of shaky, but he threw it a lot to Zach Miller. And I think that's what rookie quarterbacks do very well. They just find their biggest guy.
Tight end for me, again, going back to the Buccaneers, is going to be O.J. Howard. I was cautious with this guy at the beginning of the season because it didn't look like he was catching the ball a lot. But he always seems to just get lost in the defense, and they always seem to find him wide open. He's put up a few touchdowns over the last few weeks, so he should get you some guy. What?
I was shaking my head saying that's a good pick.
Ah. Well, he should have a productive week this week.
Tight end, going Tyler Kroft, Cincinnati Bengals, going against that great defense of the Indianapolis Colts. Tyler Kroft is now Tyler Eifert, since Tyler Eifert is on the disabled list.
Again.
It's heard all the time. Tyler Kroft, one of Andy Dalton's favorite targets since he's started to play. And I expect Tyler Kroft to have a big week, since tight ends this year have been very hard to find with steady production. Tyler Kroft has gotten pretty steady production this week, and I think he's going to have even more versus this Colts defense.
All right, now flex, our extra guy here.
All right. We're going with Ted Ginn, New Orleans Saints. Ted Ginn has actually found he's pretty much a cheaper version of Brandon Cooks this year for Drew Brees. So, catches a long touchdown a game. And since the Saints' offense is rolling, I expect him to have a big week.
All right, flex for me, I'm going Dion Lewis, running back for the New England Patriots. If you remember 2 seasons ago, he was very, very good out of the Patriots backfield. It's before he got his ACL injury. It's starting to seem like this year he's fully back, and they're starting to use him the same way they did then. And he's starting to steadily increase his points. So he's going to be a great third down back, and he'll probably get most of the passing reps for Tom Brady.
All right, flexing on Christian McCaffrey. I know I was hesitant after the first 2 or 3 weeks starting him, but if you look at his numbers, they've gotten increasingly better as he gets the ball more, and especially after last week where Cam Newton just got smoked against the Bears defense, going to Tampa Bay, who also has one of the best front seven in the league, I think you could say. He's going to be looking to get the ball out of his hands quickly a lot, and I think that's going to be Christian McCaffrey.
All right, defense. Max and I accidentally chose the same defense here, but we think it's probably the best defense of the week.
My defense.
Do you have something to say?
Yeah, my defense is better.
All right, well, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. And you might laugh at it because Pittsburgh usually doesn't have a great defense over the past few years, but with T.J. Watt drafted this year, they've become a turnover machine.
It's not even T.J. Watt. It's Artie Burns was a rookie last year, but he was good. He's really coming into his own as like a #1 corner, and with the signing of Ike Taylor,
Joe Hayden.
I don't know why I said that. Joe Hayden.
Before.
Their secondary's been playing really well.
So my defense is the Saints. Yes, I really like the Saints this week versus the Bears. Mitch Trubisky threw the ball like 5 times last week.
7.
7 times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
7 times.
I mean, you got Jordan Howard at the backfield, but that's pretty sad.
Honestly, if New Orleans just keys on Jordan Howard and forces Trubisky to throw the ball, like, they're gonna I expect them to die.
All right, do we want to go over any matchups?
Atlanta, the Jets, that'll be a close game because Atlanta sucks this year. The Jets are rolling.
The Jets have put up some exciting games. Let's just leave it at that.
J-E-T.
Shut up.
Jets.
Oakland and Buffalo should be an interesting game. Might not be very exciting, but it'll be close.
I expect the 49ers in Philadelphia to be a big game. I think Carson Wentz is going to tear his ACL, and that's going to be a good game.
Okay, back to a game that might actually be interesting. How about the Seattle Seahawks and the Houston Texans?
That could be a good game.
Sean Watson versus Russell Wilson.
Bold prediction. I'm giving it to the Texans. I'll tell you why. Both these teams have some of the best defense in the league. Now, when you look at the way Deshaun Watson's been playing, he's been playing like an animal. Finding all of his receivers, finding all of his running backs.
He's getting Will Fuller involved.
He's getting Will Fuller
involved in the offense.
It's about time. And Russell Wilson has not been getting it done for Seattle. And it's not even just him. Their run game's been terrible.
Coin drop O-line.
Exactly.
Shut up.
Seattle doesn't have enough offensive production to beat the Texans.
Dallas and Washington. If you're an NFC East football fan, this is always a good game.
Yeah.
It's usually just a shootout. None of these defenses are really going to stop each other. Pittsburgh, Detroit, Sunday night. It could be interesting.
Kansas City, Denver.
Kansas City, Denver. It depends on what Trevor Siemian shows up. If the Trevor Siemian that's been good that we've seen this year shows up, it'll be a good game. If it's the recent Trevor Siemian, well, he might get pulled and the Brock Lobster might end up coming into the game.
I'm giving it to Kansas City either way. It's in Arrowhead. They always play.
No!
Yeah, it is.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about them winning. No.
Oh, alright.
We're going with Denver.
Alright.
Kansas City has lost all their bandwagon fans after 2 fat L's.
That is true.
That one place will not be rocking. I don't know.
Their fans are crazy anyway. Top matchup of the week, though. Minnesota and Cleveland.
Go Browns. That's all.
Go Brownies!
Are we good?
Yeah, I think we're good. Thank you all very much for watching this week. And everybody, have a glorious Sunday. This is AVC, Max Capone, and Teddy Ryder saying good luck in your matches this week. We'll see you next time.